What's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about final draft outline. When you are going to write a script, you have to know the duration of your script. There is a rule that says 1 page is equal to 1 minute of a screen time. So it's either you know the duration, which is 120 minutes, or you know the pages, which is 120 pages. Remember, 1 minute is equal to 1 page. Okay, so how do you do that in Final Draft? Final Draft has an interesting feature or option, which is outline. First of all, let me show you how do you get the outline. In this case, we already have an outline. Okay, so let me just go to view and click here, toggle it, hide outline editor. Okay, so as you can see, without the outline, the interface looks like this. So how do you get an outline? Just go to view and then click show outline editor. Let's just show the outline. Okay, so let me drag this so that this outline can be visible. Okay, so what does this outline feature do? Writing a script, it's not easy. It's a very big and a complex project. A script is not like a novel. With a novel, you've got your pen and a paper. In case you are using Microsoft Word or computer, you've just your Word and you can type whatever. But when it comes to script, you need to set things up. There are things that are going to show at minute 90 of your script, which needs to be a setup maybe on minute 30. So as you can see, this requires a lot of memory. There are some things that you need to know. You need to develop characters. You need to develop conflict progressively. So Final Draft has got this option called an outline. So what could be an outline in real life? Outline is some sort of a whiteboard with sticky note when you are planning any project. So you will have your whiteboard to put anything, and then you will put your sticky note to remind you about certain things. Let's just get into practicality. So here I'm just going to create a beatboard. Let's say let's just type introduction for now, just for the sake of teaching. And then I will type here, this is an intro. Okay, so as you can see, let me just change this to a different color so that I can hit home on the idea of sticky note. Luckily, we have chosen pink, my favorite color. So as you can see, guys, let me just duplicate this, Control CV, copy and paste. Okay, let me just copy and paste. Let me just change the color of this one. Okay, let me just change the color of this one. Okay, so let's say now we want to know that at a certain point we're going to have an introduction, and a certain point we're going to have, let's say, a midpoint. Let's just say midpoint. Okay, so what we will do using the outline, we will drag this bit. Okay, this is called a bit. We will drag this into an outline. So as you can see, now it's clear to us that, let's say, at page 2, okay, as you can see, this goes hand in hand with page 2. At page 2, we are going to have our own introduction. It doesn't matter what we are introducing. Maybe we're introducing a new character. And then at midpoint, let's say this is our midpoint. I'm just going to drop this randomly, okay, in any place in our timeline. Okay, so as you can see, now we've got the midpoint. So in case you want a lot of things, okay, let me give you an example. What might be a lot of things in a script? Okay, a script or a story is divided into acts. Okay, a story structure. Let's talk about 3 act structure. Okay, so there is act 1, act 2, and act 3. There are things that you want to make sure that you are doing them at act 1. Okay, so meaning that you will have act 1 here. Let's just make an example. You will have act 1 here. Okay, let's just change the color, and you will drop this to here. Okay, my apologies about this. Okay, you will drop this here, and this will mark your act 1. Okay, okay, as you can see, this is act 1, and then let me just type here a new bit, and this will mark as act 2. Okay, and you will take this and paste it here. So as you can see, visually, you have an idea of where your act one starts, okay, and where it ends, okay. So this is some sort of outlining. Remember, outlining, it's a technique in writing. It's like you are writing some bullet point or a mind map of your story. Final Draft has made it easier for us to do that mind map. I have used this feature and it's very important. And remember, in other videos, I am going to show you how to take this and take it straight to script so that when you are writing your script, you can hit these beats, okay, according to your outline. So as you can see, guys, this is the most important thing about outline. So you can have act 1, act 2, act 3, and then you can have some scenes or sequences under each and every act, beautifully laid out in an outline. Now, in closing, let's talk about the timeline, okay. So as you can see here, we've got some sort of a duration. As you can see, this could be minutes or this could be pages. In terms of script writing, pages and minutes, more or less, like they are the same thing. If you've got 120 minutes, that is 120 pages, okay. So what is important here, when you are going to write a script, you need to know the duration, okay. So this is the duration, okay. You put your outline notes in certain pages or in certain minute of your script. What if maybe you want to write a 30-minute movie? How could you do that? So mean that you have to set duration. So in closing, let me show you how you do that. So you can go here to a timeline and right click and then change script length, as you can see. So at the moment we've got 120, then we can change this to 30 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, everything changes accordingly, okay, and that is it. If you want to see this to up to 30 minutes, as you can see, okay, here is it, okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. If you like or in love with content like this one, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are from TikTok, don't forget we've got a YouTube channel and it's packed and loaded with a lot of storytelling and script writing tutorials. See you on the next one.